Hey everybody, it is Richard, Unicorn Caller, and boy, you guys are not gonna like what Wizard101 did. Yeah, you guys are not gonna like it. Well, I'm just gonna show you, instead of saying that, I'm just gonna show you so you can see the evidence and we're gonna talk about. So, last night or early morning, they did a little, update on the servers. So, here are the patch notes. Here we go. So, a new game patch has arrived this morning. We updated the following. Thank you so much, Breadsticks, for the subscribes. That scared me. Anyway, we'll go on to the patch notes. This is for September 30th, 2021. A new game patch has arrived. The morning we updated the following. Imp is now properly set to unlock with training points. I believe there was a problem with learning Imp through training points or something like that. So now it's properly set to unlock it with training points. For Henchmen and Monstrology, they fixed an issue when summoning minions caused Henchmen and Monstrology summons to disappear. And then for PvP, which should be PvP and PvE in general, Shatter and Enfeebled treasure cards are rebalanced now, and now permitted in PvP. Now it has a 2 pip cost, and it removes 3 max. So they removed the whole 3 max or something like that of pips. So made Enfeebled treasure card auctionable and tradable and increased its availability via loot tables. Set the following pet or item cards to no PvP: Deadly Minotaur, Frost Minotaur, Arctic Zilla, Vengeful Seraph, and Medusal Royal Triton. So those are the no PvP cards. And then they set Reshuffle treasure card to no PvP. So now Reshuffle treasure cards is no PvP. So those are the patch notes. It sounds fun, right? Alright, a couple rebalances with some of the spells here and now. Seems nice, right? Now we're gonna go into the main nitty gritty of it and why this kind of sucks. So if you go into your spell book, I'm gonna go into my spell deck. I'm gonna go into my treasure cards. I'm gonna go in the myth treasure cards. I'm gonna see Shatter. Look, I have 1 Shatter available. Now you notice that it's 2 pips, right? Awesome, it's like kind of a buff. But then, if you look at the description, it says that the treasure card version of Shatter removes 3 positive shields. Yes. Now, the treasure card version of Shatter will now only remove a max total of 3 shields. That's it. That's it. No, I'm not joking. That's it. You can log in, buy yourself a Shatter treasure card, and yeah, there you go. You got yourself a Shatter. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Again, they can eat, and I keep saying this, but I understand the balancing PvP. But I already know that this is probably going to tilt a lot of PvE players like myself, especially with some battles like Omen, when the Shadow Sentinel is stacking themselves up with shields. Now, if you use a treasure card version of a Shatter, basically that's only going to remove only 3. So now, a lot of PvE players are going to have to find some loop-de-loops around and basically see if they can do any like loop around or something like that, or find any loopholes. And surprisingly, there is some loopholes, but I'm not sure if most people are basically gonna have some of these resources available. And the first one is obviously if you have the Shadow robe. I believe there's a robe that gives you a Shadow item card. I'm not sure if that's crowns only or if you can farm for that. But there's also some pets. I believe the Forge Goblin is one of the pets that actually has the Shatter. I actually have that pet somewhere around. But that pet could also give you that full potential of Shatter. And I believe there's also like a pre-nerf treasure card version of Shatter that's only available in packs and something like that. So, yeah, you're going to have to find some alternatives if you ever want to run Omen. Or, I don't know, you just gotta figure it out, so. Yep, rest in peace, Omen. Even though I don't even have membership to go back into Omen, but I remember doing Omen, and the main strategy for there is always using Shatter on the Shadow Sentinel, Because if you guys don't know, the Shadow Sentinel basically intercepts the majority of the damage, and so you would usually target them first, and they would usually stack themselves up with all kinds of absorb shields, legion shields. You know, it's just crazy to think that now Shatter only does it for at least 3 now. So yeah, it's kinda sucks. So I know a lot of players are not going to be happy about that, and again, I kind of wish that they've implemented this change where if they want to update a spell card for PvP, I wish there was a way to somehow implement a change where it could only have 2 effects, right? One effect would be for PvP, and then the other would be for PvE. Now we know this actually does happen. There is actually one spell card that they've, you know, did a fiddle around with over and over again. Bad Juju has seen some nerfs throughout the years, but I remember when they first changed Bad Juju, it was like, okay, so, you know, 300 death damage for PvE. It literally says PvE in the item card, right? So PvP players don't really have to worry about having 25% of their HP PvP to put them minus 90. Can you imagine going into like a Devourer boss fight and you got like a Juju spammer, right? And it takes 25% of their health. Now imagine that if that was like a universal change, right? There would be an uproar because obviously a lot of people are Juju spammers and a lot of people do like using bad Juju. It doesn't matter what type of resistance you're wearing, it's still going to take down 25% of your HP, and that's just for PvP. Thank goodness, and that's only for PvP, right? Now, for things like the Shatter, this is universal. So this is going to affect PvP players, obviously, and PvE players. It's a universal change. It's going to affect all the treasure cards, the ones that you buy at the Wizard City Bazaar. At least for me, on my screen, this Shatter will only remove 3 positive shields. There's also a little counter to this. There's a little bit of a counter if you're ever doing PvP. I think I just saw someone made a comment about this, but let's say you wanted to use something like an elemental shield right here. Well, if you put an Aegis on the elemental shield, you can basically counter the Shatter because you're putting an Aegis on 3 shields, and the Shatter now only removes about 3 shields. So yeah, again, I don't know, I'm not the best. I don't know. I'm not a PvP player, so I won't touch upon these spells anymore, but you guys can be the judge of that in the comments. You guys have your opinions and stuff like that, so let me know what you guys generally think about having this change. I mean, I know it probably is not going to really affect me as much, but I don't know. It's just like if there's a boss in Lemuria that spams shields and then you can only remove it by 3, then I don't know, it just kind of seems kind of annoying and overwhelming and stuff like that. You probably have to resort to like an earthquake. I don't know if they did any changes with earthquake, but you probably have to do like an earthquake or something, honestly. But then that would also remove traps. So again, you gotta find loopholes. It's a little bit of a chore. It's a little bit of a bother. Not everybody is gonna have the Shatter Robe or the Shatter Pets or just the other versions of it Shatter readily available. That's not really kind of the problem. The problem is that a lot of PvE players are gonna have to figure out ways to counter enemies that might do some shield spams. They're gonna have to do shield breaks or something like that, or anything. I don't know. It's just it's a little bit of a bother, I know, but you know, they're trying to help out PvP a little bit, help it balance a little bit and stuff like that, so that's nice. But you know, it's just I already know that a lot of players are not going to be happy about that. So that pretty much wraps it up for the video. I mean, nothing much. I'm exhausted. Because when I first read the patch notes, I was like, oh, that's cool. They're doing something with Shatter. But then I looked at it, I was like, wait, what? Because I thought it was just for PvP or something like that. So, again, just I don't know, just gonna have to figure out any other alternatives to Shatter. My name is Richard Unicorn Caller, and remember, there's a bunch of King Isol live streams happening today, so make sure to check those out, get some free goodies. My name is Richard Unicorn Caller, and I'll see you guys later, and peace out.